Attention realtors, sellers, and even home buyers. If you're relying on Zillow, Zillow is not an accurate platform to determine your home evaluation. You need boots on the ground. You need professional realtors that know the farming area where you actually want to list your property so they could determine a proper home evaluation. What I call a broker price opinion, or a realtor, a comparable analysis. Broker price opinion is obviously more intense, more detailed, but keep in mind, even a certified appraiser has what we call a professional opinion. Yes, there are numbers and signs that go behind it, mathematics to determine a price value, but it's not always accurate. And for sure, Zillow cannot determine that because, again, you need somebody who will physically go to your property, take a look at the conditions of your property, whether or not it has ground moldings, does it have granite countertop supports, does it have a pool, water view, and believe it or not, you could have two identical properties, identical, and yet this property will be worth more than that one. Why? Because how it feels to certain people. Let me give you an example. If that house is facing east, as they call feng shui, right, has a positive energy, has a lot of sunlight coming in, so people will be attracted more to that versus the same house who's facing south, for example, where it's dark and people feel kind of depressed and it doesn't feel right, and it could be identical. So it's not always how the property mathematically looks to determine a price. It also has to do with a little bit of emotions, how people feel about the property, right? The conditions of the property. And that is hard sometimes to determine. Let me give you an example. I had a gorgeous property, I would say, a very nice property, large property that honestly the seller wanted to sell, and to me it was honestly on the price. Okay, here in Bellalago, and no matter what, we had a lot of showings. Okay, huge backyard, but everyone, I should say mostly everyone that went to the property didn't like it, and we couldn't sell it for what we wanted. Why? Simply because they had townhouses on the back. Now, me being from New York, what the hell would I care about townhouses? It's a huge lot. The townhouses was way out there, but yet people here in Florida felt that way. What I did, I marketed a lot to New York, and eventually we actually got a buyer from New York City. They didn't mind that. They actually didn't want, be private and all that. They actually wanted to see some movement, and they liked the townhouses. Just to give you an idea. So you never know what people will determine to after the fact, because I sure did not see that one, right? So people could be very emotional. And again, I've sold many properties, sometimes even above certified appraisal. Keep in mind that Zillow, once again, is not accurate. Zillow themselves, I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, us realtors know that Zillow was actually buying properties and they were overpaying for them, and they almost went bankrupt because they couldn't sell the property. So don't rely on Zillow. Each property has its own individual character that can only be determined by a professional, licensed realtor who is used to in your farming area. Like me, for example, in Bellalago. Another realtor from Orlando is not going to know the HOA, what we offer, what services we provide. Sometimes they may not want to travel all the way 2 hours with traffic to show the property, so they'll be a little less hesitant, and that could lose some prospect buyers, a little motivation for somebody to actually buy. You need someone that is from your community, that is available, that will be able to sell your house for top dollar. And now, honestly, in my community, it's me. Okay, why? I invest thousands of dollars to market your property because I see it as a win-win. I see not only am I marketing, promoting your property, I'm also marketing myself. Okay, and honestly, I can tell you, I build your website specifically for your property. We use drone videos professionally. We accentuate the property, the area, the amenities, right? Professional photos. We do paid home snap, Google, YouTube videos, Facebook. With so much we do that it's hard to even mention, from every door direct mail, postcards, to flyers, to magazine. We do a lot, and I assure you, most people, either they don't have the funds to actually market your property correctly, or they just won't do it, okay? Simply putting a property today in the MLS is not going to cut it, and I'm sure many of you seen that, especially realtors. You got to be able to go out your farming area and sell, for example, to New Yorkers, to Californians, right? People that actually have more cash, that their value over there is so much higher that when they see our prices here, they find that very inexpensive compared to other states. And you focus on that. Many realtors are leaving the market because they're not doing that well. Why? Because we are not, interest rate is high, honestly, for what people are accustomed to. Because I remember buying a property at 13% interest. But also, sellers are not selling as fast, or homeowners are not selling as fast, because a lot of times they have a very low interest rate. So they're like, why should I downgrade, right? Why should I downgrade and pay more monthly mortgage payment, because I have that much higher interest rate? And on top of that is another factor, which is the builders. Back in the days, builders had preferred lenders. But now, these builders actually have their own financing. And then what they do, they get it qualified and turn it over to FEMA, or right, as an FHA or conventional. So what happens is they offer you a lower interest rate. So us realtors, when we are competing with these realtors, we cannot, because our interest rate normally, as of right now, could be 7.25%, where these builders are offering 5.25%. So we're competing against that, on top of incentives, making it harder to sell. So if you're not marketing outside your state or your normal farming area to get these buyers to buy those listings, you're not going to sell. Okay? It's very rare you're not going to sell unless you're going to really undermine your seller and sell way below what the property is actually worth. Okay? I hope this helps. Please like, comment, and share. You can follow me on my YouTube, and please subscribe. Thank you. And my name is George Almodovar with Bellalago Experts, powered by OBT. God bless.